Welcome to Good Guardian Canine Working Dog. Good Guardian Canine Working Dog, more than just dogs. You're joining me on a series journey through the early years to the present time with Mr. Michael Morales. He's a Presa Canario breeder. He breeds the traditional Presa Canario. He's a breeder and a preserver of the traditional Presa. We're journeying through the early years of him getting involved with the dogs to the present time where he breeds specifically only the traditional Presa, and he has his own bloodline. I can only speak of him outside of Mr. Manuel Corto that has their own bloodline. I know of many breeders who scatter breeds Presa over the years, mixing various bloodlines, but his own specific bloodline, his own strain of Presa Canario, emphasis on the traditional dogs. The only person I know of is Michael Morales, and he's the owner of the kennel Presa Canario de los Morales. So we're just having a chat through the early years to where he's breeding specifically now Presa Canario exclusively. He was a breeder also of the American Pit Bull Terrier, to be specific, game dogs, but now he breeds just Presa, and we're working our way from the early years to the present time. I hope you'll enjoy this one. Okay, welcome back to Good Guardian Canine Working Dog. Good Guardian Canine Working Dog, more than just dogs. I'm here with Mr. Michael Morales. I've had the pleasure of being well acquainted with him over the years, but for those of you who don't know him, I'm going to have him introduce himself to you and tell you exactly what he does. From my end, he's a Presa Canario breeder. He's the only person I know with a particular streamline bloodline of Presa Canario. I don't know if any other breeder who has this. A specific streamline bloodline of Presa Canario that he could put his own stamp on as Morales Presa Canario, or De Los Morales Presa Canario. He's the only person I know who can do that. His line is distinct, and we'll see why, maybe not today but much later on. But I'll be doing a video series with him, and so I'll have him introduce himself to you now, and we'll just chat dogs a little bit. We'll talk about his early years of starting in dogs and work our way forward to the bloodline and the line of dogs that he has presently. Okay, go ahead, Michael.
So you wanna start with how I start with dogs, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Again, welcome. Want to talk about
awesome.
how you started in the dogs, your first initial start with the dogs, and then we'll
Oh my
work
God!
our way
It was
towards.
I was in contact with dogs since my grandfather kidnapped me to Puerto Rico. Because if it was not for him, I would know. I would stay in the state and never be with animals. But since I moved to the island back, uh, I've been in contact with dogs like majorero, but we didn't call him majorero. We call him perro de campo, and there was a system to get goats and stuff like that, and herders pretty much. Then my grandfather, at the age of 7 or 8, he buy also a show dog, last after, and we was doing show. Believe it or not, I was showing the dog.
Okay, you were part of the dog shows at one point.
Yeah. And I hate it so much now.
Yeah, that's another story there, these dog shows.
I'm in the opposite. Then I used to when I used to live with my dad, I used to see, I was always fascinated with animals, and I used to have flying pigeons, and this dude he used to fly pigeons and he used to have dogs. And one day the dog, I was 11. I used to sit and watch it, and sometimes I used to go to his roof and fly the pigeons with him. Uh, and he got a little puppy, and he offered me one, and he called, and those dogs, they're from Canary Island. I didn't know much about it, and I didn't pay much attention. He gave me one. That dog, it became one of my best dogs ever. He used to take me to a school back and forth, and who get near me, that dog, it will not hesitate to jump on it.
Okay, so this is a dog native to the island.
That's yeah, the guy, a guy from the island. He was a pigeon flyer. He was a doctor, what you call it, for kid,
Or a pediatrician.
a pediatrician. Yes,
Okay.
that's right. That's the word. And I used to Sepulveda. That was his last name.
Mm-hmm.
He used to go and buy pigeons everywhere. And one time he go to Canary Island because the Canary people use those dogs to guard their pigeon coop.
Ah, it's
Like
interesting.
Miguel Vega used to do it. There's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of pigeon flying in Canary Island. And so in Puerto Rico, there's a lot of them. So the guy gave me that dog, and I became very attached. But I didn't care much about him, about the breed or nothing. I was a kid with a dog,
Mm-hmm.
with a with a very nice dog, because he protect me.
What's the
Uh,
body weight of this dog, if you don't mind?
he look. Do you remember my dog Diego? My son's dog Diego. He becomes yours. But for real, it's his dog. He loves my son to death. Diego.
Diego,
Remember
yeah,
Diego? He was identical to him.
that's a big dog.
I don't think he was that big, but he was color wise, and he, yeah, in that age, when you're 11, see a dog big, you consider everything big.
True. Yeah.
I don't think he was big as Diego, but it could be. It could. But he was, oh my God. I used to wrestling with that dog.
Okay. So it's a good
It
family
was,
dog.
yeah, he was all the time with me. I used to, back in the day, you used to, when you get the newspaper, I was the kid who give the newspaper to everybody. On Friday, I collect the money with my
Okay.
bag.
You were
And
the
the
paper
dog,
boy.
yeah, I was a delivery boy. Yeah, the newspaper boy.
It's all right.
And the dog used to go with me every morning. I used to get up at 4 in the morning. At 11, since I was 8 years old, I'm working that
Wow.
early. I always earn my money.
Mm.
And the dog used to be my bodyguard when I used to collect the money. Nobody would touch me
Sounds
with
like
that
Louis
dog.
Doberman.
Huh? Yeah,
Sounds like
like
Louis
Louis dog.
Doberman. That's how he created the breed, right? To help him collect his money or protect his tax collection. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the dog, once a couple kid tried to uh, uh, beat the thing out of me, and the dog bite one. They run when they see the dog, and he get one by the leg, and because of that, I get in a lot of trouble. So I lost the dog after that.
It's a good dog.
Yeah,
Good dog. Very
yeah, it
protective.
was protecting me all the time.
Mhm.
And then I get other dogs, and then Hector Cruz. I met Hector Cruz with the pit bull thing, and he bring more. Hector, he was into Presa,
Mhm.
and then not only him. There was, what is his last name? The owner of Jazz, Doctor. Let me tell you who his name is. People know him. A lot of people know him.
What
He
breed does he
was. He's been
specialize?
in the presa for a long time. He's Puerto Rican too.
Hmm.
And Jose, but I forgot Jose's last name. I told you the guy's last name.
Yeah, his name doesn't ring a bell for me. But
Antonio Gallardo.
oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, Antonio Gallardo, he's been in the Presa for a long time too, and he's from the island too. He used to get dogs from the island and bring over here.
To
And
to
so
the
it was Hector Cruz, huh?
to the United States, he brought dogs into the
Hmm.
U.S. Okay.
Yeah, both of them. Yeah,
Okay.
but I
Okay.
think Hector it was ahead of him.
Mm. Yeah, I'm familiar much more with Hector.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, Hector moved to New York because they offer him a vacancy for being a principal in a school. I think it was a
Hmm.
high school, and he moved over there in 1995, I believe. I came back in here in 1994. As soon as I moved, he moved too.
Okay.
So it could be 1994, 1995.
Okay. So from that dog, uh, to what? In what direction did you move from that dog
Oh,
to?
that then I forgot about him, and then Hector bring me some dogs, and we use them because they was stolen game dogs,
Hmm.
and people don't know the difference. They don't even know the difference between a bully and a game dog. So we was trying to camouflage the presa into the pit bull, so when they try to rob
they
it, they
still,
get a surprise.
uh, they still, they still don't know the difference.
Yeah, yeah,
Many people,
they still don't know the difference. That's
yeah,
true.
sadly, many people still don't know the
The
difference.
people didn't even know what is a present here yet.
Hmm.
There
True.
is more than a brindo. In Canary Island, making fun of that.
Hmm.
They say it's brindo. It must be presa. That's what they say.
That's all they knew.
Yeah, yeah. I think everybody here think that everything is brindo is presa, and they have a joke for it too.
Mm.
But yeah, Hector has some dogs, and I joined him. I used to have dog with him all the time
Mm. These
back
are
in the
game
day.
dogs. These are
Huh?
game dogs.
Both of them. I used to have game dogs and presa. Cause remember, the game dogs they can get stole, and
Hmm.
they were stealing dogs.
Yeah, so you
So
needed
we put
like property guardian.
yeah,
You need
yeah.
somebody
Well,
to,
that's what we
yes.
using them for. So we have those dogs for that for guarding the property, and that was very effective. That's what I like this dog for. That's what I came back again. Then I was doing game dog for when I came in here. I keep continue with the game dog thing, and uh, and I forget about guard dog. And then when the economy collapsed,
Hmm.
I said we need guard dogs again.
Okay, so what year are we looking at here?
I think it was
Roughly, roughly
2008, 8, 9, something like that.
89.
No, 2000, 2000, 2008, between 2008 2010, so somewhere in there.
Okay, okay,
And I came back to pigeon, but this time I was raising pigeons,
okay.
like they do in the island too. They do that in the island.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I had a few
We
racing
got
pigeons.
our culture is very similar.
Yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh
So the presa came back to guard the pigeon coops.
yeah. Mm,
That's what I use them.
wow.
And then I move in here and I start to breeding them.